So point is that the National Herald, it can be argued, is not just a newspaper. It is very much a part of India's history pre and post independence. 1 minute, so let me go. It has a deep historical association with the Congress party, qua the fact that it was started by Jawaharlal Nehru, and its Urdu edition Qaumi Awaz was started in the pre-independence era. Jawaharlal Nehru was the editor of the paper, and until his appointment as Prime Minister, he was in fact chairman of the board of directors of the Herald. The point I'm making to you tonight is this, sir, that the National Herald is known for its deep
family property. No,
relationship with the Congress party. So the Congress party can say, we are sustaining an organization that has a deep relationship with us. So why is Subramanian Swamy? Subramanian Swamy, step one, therefore, is a flawed step.
No. Yeah. Stop there. Stop there. How is they sustaining it? They are winding it up.
They are giving a loan.
Young Indian is not going to produce a newspaper.
They are giving a loan.
No, leave alone the loan. That's a separate issue of whether AICC can give a loan or not. Your comment just now that it has been purchased to sustain it. How can it be?
Sir,
they are just winding it up.
Sir, I am making a point playing devil's advocate with Subramanian Swamy. No, Subramanian Swamy, the point I am making, limited point is...
more devil than the advocate.
No, 1 second. I'm making that point to you. My job is to be the devil's advocate. My point is that
make 1 point. Don't make 5 points.
1 point.
Make 1 point.
If you allow me 1 point. My one point is that this newspaper's entire history and fortunes are inextricably linked with those of the Indian National Congress. Post-independence, it was shut down for 2 years from 77 when Indira Gandhi lost in the 77 elections that followed the emergency. Therefore, by giving the unsecured loan, the party was re-establishing its historical association with an institution, not just an institution that produces a newspaper. That is the limited 1 point.
Now, see, the problem is, don't go on sentiment. The law is, political parties cannot give loans to commercial enterprises. It was a newspaper, it was being sold, and profits were accruing in it, they were giving dividends in it when they were not making losses. And therefore, the AICC had no business to give a loan. That's one. The second part is that they have sold it to Young Indian, which got this land and the building was provided for by donations. The land was given cheaply because the newspaper was going to be produced. The whole Bahadur Shah Safar Marg was reserved for that. Now you have converted the use for that.
Yes.
And you have made it. You have started renting out premises.
Yes.
And
renting out.
The government has. Okay. Government has opened a passport office.
Answer that, Sanjay Jha.
Then multinationals are coming in, I've told.
Answer that, Sanjay Jha. You take over a paper. You get a loan from the Congress, take over a paper. Don't produce the paper and lend out the premises at a figure which Subramanian Swamy says 30 lakhs a month or something. He said, I don't know. He didn't produce papers to show that. But you...
Yeah, that's correct. That's correct.
But you don't show any papers for that. But that's your inference. But the point is that money is being made. Right, Sanjay Jha? Money is being made.
Can I answer? Can I answer that, Arnab?
Yeah, answer Subramanian Swamy.
The first and foremost, the gentleman on the other side, whatever his name is, he should know that this is money has not been given for a commercial purpose. So that by itself rubbishes the entire argument. Number one. Point number two. When I read the entire article on the RSS propaganda website, which is exactly what he quoted in the press conference, there is this ludicrous assumption or interpretation that says that we don't know why would such a transfer happen if they have no intention to launch something as a newspaper or a magazine or any kind of literature that will be promoting the Congress cause. Now, let me tell you, it is his call. It is Mr. Swamy or whoever it is can interpret it the way he wants to. End of day, these are all transparent regulations. And let me tell you, Arnab, Section 25A actually is a more stringent, is a tighter regulation that ensures that that venture or that particular trust cannot get into any future, joint venture or business dealing with any other entity.
No, he says a political party cannot give a loan for commercial purposes.
And has a bet.
A political party cannot give a loan for commercial purposes.
Therefore, this is a... Absolutely. Therefore, I'm saying, and it is not. Therefore, the point
No. So Herald House is not being given to the passport office for charity. No. Herald House is not being given to the passport office for charity. Somebody is making some money out of it. So it is by nature a commercial transaction.
Now let me explain that. Let me explain that. You see, end of day, any trust at this point of time. Firstly, whatever, if it has a certain capital, if it has certain assets, if it has anything where it can create any degree of income which will further in the future, kind of fund any of the activities it does, that is the way any trust works. I mean, there are trusts
1 minute left, rebut.
Which have a lot of real estate assets.
1 minute left, rebut.
1 minute. The crucial aspect is the purpose of the trust, the funds it has, and how that is utilized. As long as there is nothing,
if a company has been registered under Section 25 of the Corporates Act, if a company has been registered under Section 25 of the Companies Act, and I'm not a lawyer, but I do believe that refers somewhere to a non-profit company that cannot therefore be in the purpose of private profit, a Section 25 company that can it rent out the properties that are acquired. That is a limited point, Sanjay. You may say it's a technical point.
The point, see the point, listen, the main point, and I'll tell you what now, this is something that we should not ignore. This has been a sustained propaganda of Mr. Swamy. We have seen the results, what happened with the Supreme Court in the case of the 2G. He has been promising a lot of exposés that have unfortunately...
Now we'll have to take a rebut from Mr. Swamy.
To take Dr. Swamy seriously is a question whether you need to take it with enough salt, pepper, or a lot of chili powder.
Okay, that's the last response.
These are wild allegations.
Wild allegations in the dark. And a letter goes out which Subramanian Swamy says does not constitute a legal notice by Rahul Gandhi. Your response: are you shooting in the dark? A. Are you shooting for the RSS? B. Are you putting out matters in public domain which existed on the RSS website 2 or 3 days back? C. That's question number C tonight, Subramanian Swamy, to you before I wrap up.
Well, you asked me one question at a time. As far as it being on the RSS website, what's wrong with that? RSS is a friendly organization. And I can give it to them. It is they quote me, they don't say this is RSS's research. They have taken my press release which I gave for the other company which I didn't release in Delhi, the back ops company, which is another scandal of Mr. Rahul Gandhi. And I think the best thing is Mr. Rahul Gandhi goes to court and files a defamation case. And we'll fight it out. All this Ramakrishnan sending a letter, somebody called some Jha or somebody you pick up from somewhere who is not even well prepared to answer any of the questions, just makes allegations of my motives
you did not
and why
answer
I'm
my
doing
questions,
this and so on.
Whoever you are.
So in this regard, you please you please ask Mr. Rahul Gandhi that he should go to court and file a case.
Okay, gentlemen.
I'm happy to fight that case. I've so far never lost a defamation case, so I'll win this one also.
Subramanian Swamy and Sanjay Jha. I wish I could reintroduce you both, but for that wonderful and fiery debate tonight on Top of News Hour. Gentlemen, thank you very much. Thank you.